Hey everyone, with the evenings cooling down, it's a perfect time for slow cooked lamb shanks, and we're spicing things up a bit with a Moroccan inspired recipe. Tender lamb that just falls off the bone, seasoned with rich Moroccan spices, paired with perfectly roasted vegetables. If that sounds like something you're interested in, hang around to see how we made ours. The real magic in this dish comes from our blend of spices: cumin, coriander, cinnamon, ginger, and a touch of clove. Each one plays a key role in turning our lamb into a flavourful journey through Morocco. First, let's prep our onions, garlic and fresh tomatoes, which will form the flavourful base of our dish. Finely dice the onion to ensure it cooks evenly and releases all of its sweetness. Then the garlic. These are essential for building the deep savoury base of our braise. Now fresh tomatoes. They offer a subtle sweetness and acidity that balances well with the rich savoury flavours of lamb and spices. Just chop them up. No need to be perfect, roughly the same size. Set the chopped based vegetables aside and get to work on these shanks. First, season the lamb with a bit of salt and pepper, giving them a good rub to make sure they are evenly coated. This simple seasoning enhances the natural flavours of the lamb. Let's get these shanks into a pan. We're looking for a nice sear on each side. It's not just about colour, it's about locking in those juices and getting a nice foundation of flavour. Now I know it doesn't look like these are going to fit, but I think if I start by searing off 3 of these shanks, they should shrink down enough for us to fit them all in. Just a couple of minutes on each side should do it, and we can set these aside. Let's get our base cooking. Into the same pan goes our onions and garlic, sauteing them until they're golden and fragrant. Then in goes the fresh tomatoes. Give them a toss around the pan combined with the onion and garlic, and let them cook down. And then into the pan goes our tomato paste. Now it's time for our spices. Ground cumin, ground coriander, ground cinnamon, ground ginger, ground clove, chili powder. We want the spices to release their oils, which maximises their flavours, giving us our Moroccan spice. Just a minute or two of cooking with these spices is enough to transform our base and the smell of our kitchen. Now we're ready to bring our lamb back to the pan. And see, they all fit. Then pour in the chicken stock. And this is where everything comes together. The lamb will cook slowly, absorbing our spices and the richness of the tomatoes. Cover the pan, lower the heat, and leave to simmer away. While that's doing its thing, let's talk sides. Preheat your oven to 400 degrees Fahrenheit or 200 degrees Celsius. Our first side dish is roasted root vegetables. It's simple and a perfect complement to our Moroccan spiced lamb. Into a roasting pan goes our vegetables. Some red onion, garlic cloves, carrot, parsnips, and sweet potato. And give them a good drizzle of olive oil. Next we're going to season them with a sprinkle of ground cumin, coriander, paprika for a little smoky touch, salt, and pepper. Give them a nice toss to make sure they're all evenly coated. And into the oven they go. We'll roast them for about 25 to 30 minutes. We want them to be tender on the inside but caramelized on the outside. And time for our second side dish, a classic Moroccan staple, couscous. It's easy to make and tasty. And into a medium pan goes our stock. We want to bring it up to a boil. Once it's bubbling, we'll pour in our couscous. Give it a quick stir, then turn off the heat and cover the pot. The couscous needs to sit for about 5 minutes. It's going to absorb all that stock and get nice and fluffy. I'm going to add some roughly chopped toasted almonds for a bit of crunch and fresh coriander for a burst of freshness. Both add texture and brighten our couscous. In go the almonds and coriander. Finish with a pinch of salt, give it one last mix, and it's done. Now to bring it all together. Let's lay down a nice bed of our fluffy couscous. Next, a pile of our roasted vegetables. And for the star of the show, the lamb shank. Place it right on top of the couscous. The meat's so tender these are hard to handle. Spoon over some of our rich Moroccan spice sauce right over the lamb shank. And there it is, our Moroccan Spiced Lamb Shanks. It's a vibrant showcase of Moroccan flavours, combining rich spices like cumin, coriander, cinnamon, ginger, and clove with tender lamb that falls right off the bone. The addition of fluffy couscous and caramelized root vegetables rounds out a dish that's not only delicious, but sure to warm us up. Thanks for watching, everyone. If you liked it, please consider giving the video a like and subscribing to the channel. See you on the next one.